The brutal killing of 4 American contractors in Fallujah ignited a firestorm that would change the course of the Iraq War. Operation Vigilant Resolve was launched in response, aiming to capture or kill those responsible for the heinous act. The city of Fallujah, once economically thriving under Saddam Hussein, became a battleground. The images of Iraqi civilians caught in the crossfire fueled resentment against the U.S. presence. Even Iraqis who initially supported the U.S. invasion began to question their intentions. Fallujah's residents, deeply religious and culturally traditional, found themselves in the midst of chaos. The local town council, led by Taha Bidaiwi Hamed, initially kept the city from descending into lawlessness. However, the arrival of the 82nd Airborne Division in April 2003 marked the beginning of escalating tensions. A protest outside a school turned deadly when U.S. forces opened fire, killing 17 and wounding over 70. 2 days later, another protest was met with gunfire, resulting in more deaths and deepening the divide. The situation worsened as insurgents launched attacks on U.S. convoys and police stations. The killing of General John Abizaid's convoy highlighted the growing insurgent threat. By March 2004, the city was under the increasing influence of guerrilla factions. The infamous ambush on March 31, 2004, saw 4 Blackwater contractors brutally killed and their bodies desecrated. This act of barbarism was broadcast worldwide, sparking outrage and a call for retribution. The U.S. Marines, under orders, launched a major assault on Fallujah on April 4, 2004. The city was encircled, roads blockaded, and residents urged to stay indoors. Insurgents, armed with RPGs and machine guns, were ready for a fierce battle. The siege forced the closure of Fallujah's hospitals, cutting off medical aid to the wounded. The fighting spread throughout central Iraq, with insurgents taking advantage of the chaos. The Mahdi army emerged as a significant force, joining the fight against coalition forces. Air bombardments and sniper fire became the norm as U.S. forces tried to gain control. Psychological warfare tactics, including blaring Metallica, were used to demoralize insurgents. Despite the intense fighting, the city remained under insurgent control. A ceasefire was announced on April 9, 2004, under pressure from the Iraqi Governing Council. Humanitarian aid finally reached the beleaguered residents of Fallujah. Negotiations began, but sporadic firefights continued to erupt. The ceasefire was fragile, with both sides using the time to fortify their positions. By the end of the battle, an estimated 600 Iraqis had been killed, half of whom were civilians. The First Battle of Fallujah marked a turning point, highlighting the insurgent threat over Saddam loyalists. The loss of the Fallujah Brigade led to the Second Battle of Fallujah, where U.S. forces eventually took control. The legacy of Fallujah remains a stark reminder of the complexities and brutal realities of war.